Neon Nightmares presents. Introduction. Welcome, fellow thrill seekers, to a night of spine-tingling horror. Have you ever felt the eerie silence of being home alone at night, only to be startled by the strange and inexplicable? Tonight, we bring you not one, but three bone-chilling tales of the terrors that lurk in the darkness when you're home alone. Chapter 1. The Uninvited Visitor. In the heart of the night, a young woman named Emily finds herself home alone, the only company being the soft hum of the house settling. As she settles into the quiet solitude, she becomes increasingly aware of inexplicable sounds, a faint creaking of floorboards, the rustling of curtains in a still room. Initially dismissing them as products of an overactive imagination, she soon realizes that these sounds are growing more distinct, more purposeful. Nervously, she begins to explore the house, her footsteps echoing through the empty corridors, her heart pounding in her chest. As she moves through the dimly lit rooms, the strange occurrences intensify. Doors creak open on their own, objects shift position when her back is turned, and a chilling draft seems to follow her every step. Her unease turns to dread as the house seems to come alive with unsettling energy, leaving her trembling with fear. What could possibly be lurking in the shadows, and why is it tormenting her in this desolate hour of the night? Each creak, each whisper, and each inexplicable event serve as a grim reminder that in the dead of night, one is never truly alone. As her fear mounts, she realizes that she may have unwittingly welcomed an uninvited visitor into her home, and its intentions remain shrouded in darkness. This is just the beginning of a night filled with terror, where the boundaries between reality and nightmare blur into a haunting crescendo. Deep in the night, as the moon casts eerie shadows through the windows, Emily's senses are on high alert, every creak and whisper amplifying her apprehension. The house, once a sanctuary, now feels like a labyrinth of uncertainty, each corner concealing potential horrors. Unseen eyes seem to follow her every move, and the air is thick with an unspoken malevolence. Will she uncover the truth behind this haunting ordeal, or will the night's secrets remain veiled in darkness? As she cautiously navigates the eerily animated house, memories of local folklore and ghost stories flood her mind, intensifying her fear. The silence is broken only by the occasional sound, each one magnified in the stillness of the night. Emily's pulse quickens, her mind racing with the possibilities of what could be lurking in the darkness. The night stretches on, each passing minute feeling like an eternity as she grapples with the chilling reality that something inexplicable has invaded her once tranquil home. Chapter 2. The Haunting Reflection. Meet David, a man whose seemingly peaceful and empty home becomes the setting for his unnerving encounter with the inexplicable. It all begins with peculiar reflections in the mirrors. At first, he dismisses them as mere tricks of the light, a consequence of fatigue or a stressed mind. However, as the night deepens, the reflections twist and distort into something otherworldly, defying all logic and reason. With each passing moment, David's unshakable dread grows, his reflection becoming more and more alien, more sinister. The once familiar and comforting images in the mirrors now hold an unsettling and malevolent presence. As he struggles to comprehend the bizarre phenomenon, a chilling realization dawns upon him. Could there be something sinister lurking within the mirrors, seeking to break through into our world? Is it a trick of the mind, or has he unwittingly stumbled upon an ancient and malevolent force that defies comprehension? The man's once familiar sanctuary has become a realm of terror, where the boundaries between the tangible and the intangible blur into a haunting and surreal nightmare. As the night wears on, David's solitude becomes suffocating, the house seemingly conspiring against him as the mirrors continue to reflect distorted and grotesque images. His mind races with fear and confusion, questioning the very fabric of reality. Every reflective surface becomes a potential portal for the unknown, and the line between reality and nightmare begins to fade. The night stretches on, each minute feeling like an eternity as David grapples with the chilling reality that something beyond understanding has infiltrated his home. Shadows seem to move of their own volition, and the air is heavy with an unspoken threat, leaving him paralyzed with fear. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the night, uncovering more spine-tingling tales of being home alone, where the ordinary transforms into the macabre. Chapter 3. The Whispering Shadows. In the dead of night, we delve into the harrowing experience of a teenager left alone at home. As the night wears on, the once familiar surroundings begin to undergo a chilling transformation. Shadowy figures, formless and foreboding, begin to manifest around the house, their presence casting an eerie and suffocating pall over the once comforting environment. At first, the teenager brushes off the shadows as mere tricks of the light, a product of the overactive imagination fueled by the solitude of the night. However, as the hours drag on, the shadows seem to take on a life of their own, slithering and coiling like malevolent specters in the dimly lit rooms. Their movements are elusive, flickering at the edge of vision, leaving the teenager paralyzed with a growing sense of unease. Whispers, barely discernible at first, grow louder and more insistent, permeating the silence with their menacing presence. The teenager, initially dismissing them as figments of an overactive imagination, soon finds it impossible to ignore the palpable aura of malevolence that accompanies the whispers. Each whisper seems to carry a weight of ancient malice, sending shivers down the teenager's spine. As the shadows edge closer, the air becomes heavy with an oppressive and unexplained dread. Is it a trick of the imagination, a byproduct of solitude and darkness? Or are these shadows harboring something far more sinister, something that seeks to terrorize the young teenager in the supposed safety of their own home? Just when the teenager feels consumed by fear, a sudden realization dawns. The shadows and whispers are not mere hallucinations. They are manifestations of a dark family secret, a malevolent entity that has long been bound to the house. This entity feeds on the fear and negative emotions of those within its grasp, and the teenager's vulnerability has unwittingly unleashed its power. With courage born from desperation, the teenager confronts the entity, delving into the depths of the family's history to uncover the truth. Through a series of harrowing revelations and confrontations, the teenager learns to harness inner strength and confront the entity with a newfound sense of resolve. As the night unfolds, the once terrifying specters transform into wisps of dissipating darkness, the house finally freed from the malevolent force that had long plagued it. The teenager emerges from the ordeal not only victorious but also enlightened, having unraveled the dark mysteries that had tormented the family for generations. As we conclude this night of terror, we urge you to keep an eye out for the unexplained, especially when you're home alone at night. If you've relished these bone-chilling tales, don't forget to like and subscribe for more hair-raising stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Remember, the darkness holds secrets that should never be underestimated. If you found yourself captivated by our tales, remember to like and subscribe to Neon Nightmares for more heart-pounding horror stories that will leave you spellbound. Thank you for joining us on this haunting journey, and until next time, stay vigilant in the night's embrace.